Hi everyone and welcome back. My name is Kit and today is Sunday, April 25th, 2021. Thank you guys for joining me today. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and staying safe. Now, if you are new to my channel, this is a vlog style channel where I talk about all things crochet and knit, and occasionally I talk about sewing and diamond paintings. I live in the southwest suburbs of Chicago with my husband Gary, and we've been married for about almost 12 years, I think. And we have two beautiful daughters, Madison, who is 11, and Sage, who is 7. Now, before we get started with the yarny things, I wanted to give you guys a little life and health update. I had mentioned in my last podcast that I had to go see a doctor because I have a nodule on my thyroid. So the doctor, I guess he was worried that it might be cancerous, so he sent me for a biopsy. And I got that biopsy done on Monday. And let me just tell you guys that it is the most uncomfortable experience ever. I definitely don't want to do that again. But anyways, the results came in and a nurse called me on Friday, and the nodule is benign, so it's not cancerous, which is great news. But my lymphocyte counts were high. So she mentioned that the doctor thinks it might be Hashimoto's disease. And if you guys don't know about Hashimoto's disease, I actually had to Google it. I've heard of it before, but I didn't know what it was. But basically, Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your thyroid. And it's not a curable disease. It's just something I'm going to have to live with and just take medication to keep it under control. And if I keep up with, taking the proper medications and treatments, then my prognosis is good. But I am not sure if it's Hashimoto's or not. I have to go get some blood work done, and then on May 6th I have to go back to see the doctor so he can discuss the results of the biopsy and the blood work. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that it's nothing more serious than that. If anything, I might just have to get my thyroid removed, but we'll see. Let me go talk to the doctor, and I'll keep you guys posted. So let's move on now to the yarny talk. So let's start with the KnitCrate challenge. Now, I'm pretty sure you have all heard of Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. Hi, Rose. She started this KnitCrate challenge, and I want to participate because I did get KnitCrate. I canceled my KnitCrate subscription a few months ago, I think 3 or 4 months ago, because the yarn was piling up and I didn't use it for anything. So I am so glad you started this challenge, Rose, because now I am starting to go through my KnitCrate stash and I'm planning on using the yarns for different projects. So let's start with my first project. And now, this is not using KnitCrate yarn. It's actually using yarn in my collection. Now, for this challenge, you don't have to use just KnitCrate yarn. You can use any yarn that you have hoarded or any yarn in your collection that you haven't used in a while. Just go ahead and grab a skein or two and start making a project. So, my first project is actually a shawl. Now, this is the shawl that I made. And I tried to match up the colors as best as I can with what I had in my stash because I actually like these colors together. And this is a free pattern from Hobby Lobby. Now, I am not sure if they have this on their website, but this is the little pamphlet I got from Hobby Lobby in their yarn section, and they usually have them hanging around there, and then you just grab one. But like I said, it's a free pattern. And this is, it doesn't have a name for it, but it's like a southwestern style shawl using 4-weight yarn. And I think the yarn that they used for this shawl is mostly I Love This yarn, but I used 4 different types of yarn. So let me show you my shawl. And I tried to match up the colors as best as I could with what I had in my collection here. So it's a really nice and warm shawl, but I wish I would have made it maybe another repeat longer. If I did one more repeat, I think it would have been a good size, but this is a little bit small, but I'll still wear it around the house because it's really nice and cozy. So the ivory color yarn is from Yarn Bee. It's the soft and sleek low pill fiber in the colorway ivory. So this is what I have left, and I think I can make something like maybe a brim of a hat or something with this. I will definitely use that up. And then the second color is actually this mustard or orange color here, and that one is the Lion Brand jeans yarn, but I lost the ball band, so I don't remember the colorway. And then the orange color is yarn that I received in a Yarnspiration mystery bag. They had mystery bags a while ago on sale for $4.99, and the mystery bags were 1 pound of acrylic yarn, and I received 1 pound of this orange color in one of the mystery bags, and I'm pretty sure it's either Red Heart or Red Heart with Love. And then this blue color is Red Heart with Love, and let me see the colorway. I actually saved the ball band for this one. It is in the colorway Blue Hawaii. So those were the 4 colors of yarn that I used in this shawl, and I really like the way it looks. It's really cozy. It just needs to be a little bit bigger. I'm pretty sure I can just attach the blue yarn, whatever's left of the blue yarn, and just crochet like a couple more rows. But it's pretty, and I will definitely wear this. It's nice and warm and cozy. So that was my KnitCrate challenge project number 1. My KnitCrate challenge project number 2 is a hat. The hat that I am making is called the Citrus hat, which I have made once before. And this is a free pattern on Ravelry, so I will link it down below. It is a knitted hat, and it's really simple, and I like the way it turns out. It's really stretchy. So this is the hat. I'm almost done with the body, and then I will start decreasing for the crown of the hat. But this is Yarn Bee, not Yarn Bee, I love this yarn print in the colorway Sweet Serenade. So there is that color, and I bought this yarn on clearance for $1.24 at the Hobby Lobby yarn clearance. I don't remember if it was 2019, no, was it 2000? It was either 2019 or 2020 yarn clearance, but I had just the one skein and I had to use it up. So I am knitting this hat, and when I'm done, I'll probably cast on stitches to knit a second hat, because I think the leftover yarn could make a second hat. But I like the way it looks so far. The yarn is really busy, but the hat does look really pretty, so I like that one. And when I make hats, I usually make them for my children, or I donate whatever they don't want. I just donate them. So that is a hat that I'll probably put up for donation if one of the girls don't want it. And then the third KnitCrate challenge project is actually I'm going to be using the KnitCrate yarn. I haven't started it yet, but it is a project that I will be starting after I finish the hat. So this is KnitCrate yarn, and let's talk about the yarn. It's Uru yarn. It's a Cotton Basics. It says Cotton Basic on the bottom. This is actually 100% organic Pima cotton in the colorway Hustle. It's a DK weight, 266 yards, 100 grams, and it says here machine wash on gentle. So it is super soft, and I am making a shawl or a shawlette with these 2 hanks. I was looking on Ravelry and Etsy and on YouTube, and I actually found a tutorial on YouTube by Yarn Andy, and the shawl is called Thomas Shawl, Tomis, and I will be following her tutorial to crochet up the shawl using this cotton yarn, and I will link that video down below in case you guys are interested in that shawl. So let's move on to my southern skeins. I received my southern skeins for the month of April on, I think it was on Friday, either Friday or Saturday. And let me just tell you that I am a little disappointed in this month's colorway. When you order southern skeins, you don't get a sneak peek of what, you know, like an inspiration photo or anything. So I wasn't sure what this month's colorway was going to be, but it is let me just show you and then you guys can see. So this is the colorway for the month of April, and the colorway is called Coleus, which I had to Google because I didn't know what it was, but it's a plant. And I will go ahead and insert a picture of that plant right here. Yes, that is the Coleus plant, which I don't think I've ever heard of. But this yarn, it is super soft, but I'm just not very impressed with the colorway. There's a lot of earth tones in here, and I don't know if it's this like orange red that's not matching well with the other colors. I don't know what it is, but this colorway is not speaking to me this month. And then I also got a little 20-gram mini, and the colorway on this is called Peat. P-E-E-T, Peat. And that's supposed to match this one, which it does really match that one, but I don't know what I'm going to make with this. If I knew how to knit socks, I would knit socks with this, but I am working on that. But the yarn is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards for the 100-gram hank. And then for the little 20-gram mini, there's 92 yards in there. So again, I'm a little disappointed in this month's colorway, but it is what it is. And it's a mystery box, so you don't know what you're getting. So that was my Southern Skeins, the yarn. And then for the little extras this month, I got the Stash Maple Apple Cider Tea. And then a little cactus stitch marker. And then there's this thing on the bottom. I don't know what it is, but on the card that came in the sock box, it says it's a tapestry needle and sheep felt needle holder by Katrinkles.com. So I don't know. I probably won't be using that, but I will definitely use the stitch marker, and I will definitely drink tea. And lately I have been drinking a lot of tea because I've cut down on coffee. So tea is my go-to now instead of coffee. I may have coffee maybe once or twice a week, but every day I drink a cup of hot tea. So that's the thing that I've been really into right now. So that was my Southern Skeins. And in my last video, I talked about challenging myself to use my stash or my collection. And I wanted to use up, you know, the yarns that I have that's been sitting here for years before I order or buy anything new. So one of the projects that I started that I thought I could, you know, make to donate or to gift to someone is a blanket. So I am making this blanket, which I am calling Retro Rainbow because it just looks awesome. And I am loving this, and now I really don't want to donate it, but I think I will, because I can also make myself another one. But this is the blanket. It's huge. I don't know how wide it is, but I measured it the other day, and so far it's 45 inches, and I want to make it 90 inches long, and maybe like 70 inches wide. But this is the blanket. So it is so big. I'm standing up right now, and it comes all the way up to my nose, but I'm only 4'10". But this is the blanket. So let me see if I can show you all the different colors in there. But basically, I am holding together 2 strands of yarn, and let me show you. This is all the different ball bands that went into this, all the different yarns that went into this blanket so far. So I am using different colorways of the Lion Brand Cupcake, which I bought last year for, they were on sale for $2.99, and then I believe that it was $2.99, and then I had a coupon on top of that, so it made it really cheap, and I bought a bunch of these in different colorways. But so far in this blanket, I have a total of 6 cakes of Lion Brand Cupcakes, which, if you guys don't know, has 590 yards per cake. So I have a total of 6 cakes, and this blanket is halfway done. So I need to add, I think, another 6 cakes to it to make it the size that I want. And then with the Lion Brand Cupcake, I am also adding in any DK weight yarn in the color black anything in my collection that I can find in the color black DK weight, I am putting with this blanket. So I have 3 balls of this yarn, which is clearance yarn I bought from Hobium, and they were really cheap, but I think I bought them last year. But it is, everything's in German, but it has 665 meters per skein, and I used 3 of those skeins so far. I also used 3 balls of the Paint Box Yarns DK, and this one has 302 yards per skein, and I used 3 balls of that because that's all I had in my collection. And then I had to go out and buy a Lion Brand Pound of Love because I ran out of DK weight black yarn. Now I know Pound of Love is a 4 weight, but to me it's on the thinner side of a 4 weight, so I decided to just pair it up with this because honestly you can't find DK weight yarns in stores, solid color DK weight yarns in stores. So instead of ordering it, I just went and bought a Lion Brand Pound of Love, and I am maybe a quarter of the way through this giant skein, and then I still have 6 more cupcakes to add to this blanket. So this is gonna be a ginormous blanket. It's already nice and toasty and warm, and I just love the colors in there, and I really don't want to give it away, but I think I will, and then I'll just make myself another one. So this is a stash buster project for sure, especially using all this yarn. And then the next yarn that I'm actually going to add to the blanket, because I just finished the 6th cake of the cupcake, I am actually adding this color or this yarn, which is the Ice Yarns. This is a DK weight. I don't know the colorway, but I think it'll go perfect in my retro rainbow blanket. So let me show you guys one more time. So this is the color that I'm adding next, and then I'm just going with the flow. So whatever color I find next is what I'm putting it in there. So it's getting heavy too, but I think this colorway right here is too much. I know that. And then there's this one and this one. So I love this blanket. I love the way it looks. And again, I'm holding black yarn with the Lion Brand cupcake. So let me fold this up. And the next time I show you guys, I'll probably show you when I have this finished, and I'll lay it either across the bed or on the couch to show you how big the blanket is. So that is my retro rainbow blanket, which is my stash busting project number 1. So for project number 2, I am, let me see, what am I working on? I'm working on a colorwork hat, a knitted colorwork hat. So the hat is a pattern that I found on Hobium. So I don't know what I did with I had the pattern here. Okay, so it is just the colorwork hat. I don't think there's a name for it, but this is what it's supposed to look like. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. Now this is actually my first time like really doing color work, and the only thing I have done so far is just the brim of the hat, but I am using 4 different colors. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm actually finished with the ribbing of the hat, and the pattern calls for you to do a 1x1 rib, but I changed it up and did a 3x1 rib because I think that looks so much better. And I think I need to knit, I think one or two more rows of the ribbing, and then I will start on the color work portion of the hat. But for the yarn that I am using, I'm using 4 different colors like I mentioned. And the yarn that I'm using for this project is the Brava Sport Weight yarn from Knit Picks. And I am making the smallest size that they have on here. So I cast it on 144 stitches. So it looks a little big, but I think once I start knitting, you know, doing the color work, I don't know if it'll kind of shrink up a little. I've really never done color work before, so hopefully this won't be too complicated, and I will pick this up again as soon as I'm finished with the other hat that I'm working on, because that one's almost done. So that is my stash buster project number 2. And then I think that's it for all the projects that I want to show you that I am currently working on. I am still working on the Marlowe blanket, which is the knitted blanket that I am using the Premier puzzle on. I still have that half a skein and I haven't picked it up in a couple weeks, so I might go ahead and pick it up tonight and try to knit up, you know, a couple rows, and then hopefully I can finish that up and show you guys next time I film. And then the Harlequin Shawl, I'm still working on that as well. I'm knitting the shawl with fingering weight yarn, so it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted, but I'm still working on that. And then I am testing a pattern for Reggie at J-Hook Crochet. So hi Reggie. She sent me an email and asked if I wanted to test a crochet shawl pattern for her. So I said sure, I would do it. And let me show you a picture of the shawl. So this is the shawl. It's called the Asgard Shawl, and it's a beautiful shawl. And I am using, see, I have everything in this bin for the shawl, so that way I can keep all the yarn, the crochet hook, and everything together, even a pair of scissors. But I am using Yarn Art Flowers. This is, I don't want to mess up this. This is how much yarn I've used so far, but it's Yarn Art Flowers. In the colorway, it doesn't have a colorway name, it's color 254-1. And let me put this back in before I mess up the yarn, but I will go ahead and pull out the shawl and show you my progress on it. I am trying to use up that cake of yarn, and when that cake is done, the shawl is finished. So it doesn't matter what the size of the shawl is, I'm just going to use up that cake of yarn and then call it done. So this is the Asgard Shawl. I love the way it looks. It is so beautiful and drapey and lacy and light. This would make a beautiful summer shawl, and I love the colors from the purple to the lighter purple to the blue. It's so beautiful. I love this, and I can't wait to finish the shawl. A row is taking me a long time actually, because now it's getting bigger and it's such a thin yarn, but the shawl looks gorgeous. What do you guys think? Again, this is a pattern by Reggie from J-Hook Crochet, and I actually haven't emailed her yet. I wanted to finish up this shawl and then take a picture of it and email her, but I don't know when the shawl pattern will be released, but go check out her channel. She has a lot of great content. So again, J-Hook Crochet, I will link it down below, but this shawl, I love it so far. I don't know what to work on after I film. I don't know if I should finish up that hat or continue crocheting on this shawl or work on my retro rainbow blanket. But there's so many things that I have to do. I just don't have enough time. But that is the Asgard Shawl from Reggie at J-Hook Crochet. And hopefully I can get that done in the next couple of days, and then I can take a picture and send her that picture. That's all I have for you guys in regards to crocheting and knitting. But before I let you guys go, I want to share with you a great deal that I got today. So I follow the Crazy Coupon Lady. I don't know if you guys have heard of her or not, but she always finds these amazing deals online and in stores, and then she sends, you know, the people that follow her emails about these deals. So I was up at 2:30 this morning checking my email, and I received an email from the Crazy Coupon Lady, and they had, if you guys are into designer bags and purses, they had from the Coach outlet store $25 wristlets, which are originally, I think, $78, on sale for $25. So that's a 68% savings. And then to top it off, if you live in the US and order from that website, it's free shipping. So I got 2 Coach wristlets for $50 something and change, with free shipping, and I ordered them for Mother's Day gifts. So I'm super excited. That was an awesome deal, and that's one of the reasons why I follow the Crazy Coupon Lady, because she always sends like emails with all these great deals on there. But I would suggest, if you like bargain shopping and, you know, using coupons and, you know, clearance items, check out the Crazy Coupon Lady. So next week, you guys, I am actually going to organize my craft room. So you see that wooden panel wall there, like that half wall? I am going to paint that white, So it's going to be an all-day project. I'm going to clear out all the yarn from this room and just rearrange all my yarn storage and shelving. I'm actually getting rid of this craft table that I have in here because I think it's just way too small. My sister-in-law is actually giving me her old kitchen table. They actually bought a new dining room set, and their old kitchen table is in their garage right now, and I asked if I can have it, so she's giving that to me, and I will be using that as my craft table, which will give me more work surface, so that way I can do diamond painting, you know, on one side and then like sewing on the other side. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this table that I have in here for sewing. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in here or I'm going to take that out, but I will definitely have more room to do more things, and then I just want to rearrange this room so it's a little bit more functional. And so that's what I'll be doing next week. So once I get that done, I will definitely give you guys a tour of my craft room. It's not that big. It's probably like a 10 by 10 room, maybe 11 by 11, I'm not sure, but it's not that big, but it's my own space for my crafting and I love it. So I will definitely show you guys that when it's done. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys all in the next one. So stay safe, stay sane, and keep crafting. Bye.